What we're going to do is we're going to be solving geometric sequences. We're going to be using the explicit form, which is a sub n, and this is finding our specific nth term. And we're going to be basing that off of whatever term we're trying to find. Remember, a sub 1 is our first term, r is our common ratio. Now, with this, the numbers sometimes get really large or they get really small. So you're going to need a calculator for this. For the first one, notice that we're finding our 8th term. We are going to go a sub 8 because we're finding our 8th term. Our first term is 2. Notice if we're following this pattern, we're multiplying it by 2. So 2 times 2 raised to the 8 minus 1. Now on the calculator, some calculators you could just plug in as that exact form and it gives you the answer. Other ones you have to follow the order of operations, so it depends on your calculator. You're going to go 2 to the 7th because 8 minus 1 is 7, and then you're going to times it by 2. Some scientific or graphing calculators, you just have to type in the equation just like this, and it comes up with the answer of 256. Now, for the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to find, once again, the 8th term. Our first term is negative 3. Notice that we're multiplying it by 2. So what we're going to have is negative 3 times 2 to the 8 minus 1. And order of operations, 2 to the 7th power, we're going to times it by negative 3. And that right there gives us the answer, negative 384. Now for letter C, this time notice that we're dividing by 2. And remember when we say we're dividing it by 2, it's the same thing as multiplying it by 1/2. So a sub 8 equals 64 times 1/2, and then raised to the 8 minus 1. Now with this, you could either get the answer as a fraction or a decimal. It doesn't matter. A fraction, you should have 1/2, or if you like the decimal better, it should be 0.5. Pause the video and try those next 3. So for example 2, we're finding the 9th term this time. So we're going to go a sub 9 equals 27. Notice that we're dividing by 3. So when we divide by 3, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply it by 1/3, and then it's 9 minus 1. We're going to take the 1/3, we're going to raise it to the 8th power, and we're going to times it by 27. You can have the fraction answer, which is more exact, 1 over 243. Or if you want the decimal answer, 0.00411. Either one of those is correct. For the next one, a sub 9 equals, we have 3/8. We notice that it's being multiplied by 2 because in the denominator it goes from 8 to 4 to 2. Notice that the numbers are getting larger. So we're multiplying it by 2 to the 9 minus 1. And 2 to the 8th power times 3 divided by 8 gives us 96. And then for our last one, we have a sub 9 equals 2 times 5 to the 9 minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8, so 5 to the 8th, we times it by 2. And it gives us a really large number, which is 781,250. 781,250.